yard line, and it is the 34. 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. Like I said, that could very well have been in horse collar tackle. So Kapaa goes down the field, gets a field goal, and eats up a lot of the clock, nearly half of the first quarter. So here's Monera leading the Red Raiders, their second offensive possession. Wants to throw it, looking to his left, and the catch is made at the 24-yard line, or excuse me, the 40-yard line. So Noah Ho'opi gets a catch for 6 yards. Second and 4 for the Red Raiders. That's a nice throw and catch by Monera and Ho'opi.
What do you get when you drop your comb on the...
Looks like Abiganya in the backfield for the Red Raiders. They fake it to him. They get it out to, that's Jasper Jacinto. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. He gets back to the line of scrimmage.
On the stop, number 3, Dylan Apilado.
That's Lonnie's boy. Gets the tackle, Dylan Apilado. Red Raiders break the huddle. They're looking at a 3rd and about 4.
What do you get when you drop your comb on the...
Ball right at the 40-yard line. Chips to the near side. Nice crowd here at the Brian J. Baptiste Sports Complex, even with the fair in town. They're going to give it to Abiganya. Oh, he's being chased the wrong way. Turns the corner, and they'll bring him down to 35-yard line. That's a loss of 5 for Abiganya. And I'll tell you what, the Warriors had great penetration, and they were led right up the middle by Icona Fernandez along with Dylan Abregas. But and they did a good job forcing that play outside. Keener Moniz back deep for the Warriors at their 27-yard line. 4:19 to go here in the first quarter. 3-0 Warriors. It was 42-7 Red Raiders in the JV matchup. Total domination there.
Back to receive, Dave Keener.
Here's Numazawa. High snap, but he's in trouble, and he finally gets rid of it. He kicks it, bounces at the Warrior 42, out of bounds at the 40-ish. Between the 40 and the 41. You know, for a few seconds there, it looked as if Numazawa was going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That took a crazy bounce. It bounced at the 42, and it went out of bounds around the 40, and official marked it the 40 and a half. We'll call it there. Officially the 41. And folks, you guys see these new Red Raider unis. They're nice unis, but I'll tell you what, on the field, the numbers are brutal to see. Snap to Napoleon, shotgun. He's going to take it himself. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. I really don't think that's exactly what Coach Raposo would love to see his quarterback doing, is diving into the pile. They look at the coaching staff for the call. Moniz, the lone setback. They got trips to the far side. Kauai High School bring their linebackers to the line of scrimmage. They're going to give it to, that looks like Tabura. He'll get a yard on the play, and that's about it.
Number 4, McKenna Tabura, the ball carrier.
So Tabura has 1 carry for 1 yard, 1 catch for 2 yards. Tabura had a 4-yard touchdown run against Maui High in their opening preseason game. In fact, he had 8 carries for 28 yards. And let's see, Tabura did not get the carries against Lahaina Luna. That's odd. Shotgun Napoleon, rolling left. Wants to throw. He's got a man wide open. A catch is made by Snyder. He is brought down at the 48 of Kauai High School. And that is going to be a first down for the Kapaa Warriors. It's going to be a 12-yard pitch and catch for the first down. Napoleon 3 of 5 for 26 yards. Napoleon wants to throw it again over the middle. He's got a man open, almost picked off. And that was Kyle Bisara who almost had it. And Tabura was the intended receiver. You know, if Napoleon leads him just a little bit more straight down the field, there's a chance that Tabura makes that catch. So 3 of 6 for Napoleon. 2nd and 10 for the Warriors. Trips to the near side. Kauai High School with some pressure. They give it to Moniz. He is trapped behind the line of scrimmage, and they are going to bring him down on the Warrior side of the field. And we've got a penalty flag coming from the official on the near side. That's a pretty good underhand toss by that official. So whatever it is, if it stands as a 3-yard loss right now for Moniz. And we're going to get a holding against Kapaa. And if I'm Kauai High School, I'd go ahead and take the penalty and move them back. I wouldn't decline this one. Because if they decline, it's going to be 3rd and about 13. But if they move them back, it's going to be 2nd and like half a mile. So it looks like the Red Raiders have decided to move it back. First penalty of the night against the Kapaa Warriors. They had 8 against. They had 2 against Maui High. Excuse me, that was 8 against Maui High in that first preseason game. So they'll move the ball all the way back to the 38-yard line. So it'll be like 2nd and 24, I think. Chips to the near side. Napoleon wants to throw it. He's going to go deep. He's looking for Moniz and overthrows him by a couple of yards. Incomplete. And back there defensively for Kauai High School was Keanu Kamaliri. Along with, I've got a 24 out there, and I don't got 24 on my roster. That was Noah Ho'opi. Well, that's right, I got it written down here. I'm sorry. So 3rd and half a mile. No backs in the backfield. Napoleon wants to throw it. Airs it out there. Moniz had it, lost it, incomplete. That's 3 straight incompletes thrown by Napoleon. That'll bring up 4th down for the Warriors. Man, when you add in that 3-yard loss and that holding on that one play, man, that really killed the Warrior offense, their momentum at least. So Clifton Oliver has also turned into the punter for the Warriors. Here's the kick by Oliver. Not a bad kick at all. Bounces the Red Raiders 35 and takes a bit of a Kapaa roll to the 32. I'll tell you what, it wasn't pretty by Oliver, but he got the job done. 1st and 10 for Kauai High School at their own 32-yard line. 3-0 Warriors. The 35-yard field goal by Clifton Oliver is the difference here. $149 to go here in the first. Shotgun Manera. He's going to throw it. Throws it behind of his intended receiver, Nakahiki Young. First time they've targeted Nakahiki Young. So 2nd and 10 for Kauai High School. They'll break the huddle. They'll send trips to the far side. Shotgun Monero. Ho'opi, the lone receiver to the near side. Monero wants to throw it. He's being pressured. Has to run. Somebody grabs him from behind and throws it into the turf. Incomplete. It looked like it was Kapena Teixeira who had Monero's jersey. Forced the incompletion. Monero lucky he didn't get that. Teixeira didn't get that arm wrapped around him and caused a fumble.
That'll bring up 3rd down.
So 3rd and 10 for the Red Raiders. $1:39 to go. Ball at their own 32-yard line. Looks like Kapaa may send some pressure. No, they'll back off. And they do get pressure as Monero has to run it himself. Turns the corner. And wow, that's going to be a hit, late hit out of bounds. And I'll tell you what, you know what? Yeah, he was contacted out of bounds, but it really seemed as if he tried to make a move right at the sideline and kind of got hit at the same time. You know, if it stands as a late hit out of bounds, it should give Kauai High School a first down. Saw one of the Kapaa players jawing with one of the Kauai High coaches. Now, you never want to see that happen. Whether, you know, the coach should know better. At the same time, you know, he just hit the guy out of bounds. He don't go popping off to one of the coaches about it. So you're still trying to figure out the penalty. So they're going to mark, first of all, it's going to be a 4-yard gain for Monero. So they're going to tack on 15 yards, and that will give Kauai High School the first down. That'll put the ball at the Kapaa 49-yard line. So Monero shotgun, and again, Monero's got a lot of speed. And now we're going to get a penalty against Kauai High School. I think we're going to get a false start against HAWAIISTREAM here on the near side. So apparently HAWAIISTREAM forgot to put in the mouthpiece, and that'll tag Kauai High School with a 5-yard penalty. So shotgun Monero once again. He's got a receiver and a slot on each side. He wants to throw it. Being pressured. He gets hit. Still on his feet. They're going to bring him down. And that's going to be a loss of a yard on the play. And I think you can go ahead and credit Kapaa with the sack there. First sack for Mana Kapaa. He had a bunch of them last season. Let's see, Mana Kapaa. Yeah, Mana Kapaa last season, he had 2.5 sacks. Little pistol offense this time by Kauai High School. They give it to, I think that's Abiganya. And that is Abiganya. He'll get it back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 3rd down and 11 for Kauai High School. And they are in need of a first down here. They really need to keep this drive going. 25 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Again, we are at the Brian J. Baptiste Sports Complex, where I can hear everything the visiting team is saying. There's Monero, wants to turn. Oh, he gets hit in the backfield. Then he gets pinballed and dropped at the Kauai High School 48-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 2 yards on the play, and a Warrior is down. And I'm not sure who it is, but I think it's going to be Dylan Abergas who's down there, but it's Teixeira who made the tackle on Monero. In fact, that'll go down as another sack. And it looked as if when Monero dove to get as many yards as he could, 2 Warriors' helmets collided. And in the world of football, you're just surprised you don't get more injuries or situations like that. 1 second to go here in the opening quarter. 3-0 Kapaa. And they are checking on the injured Warrior. Let's go ahead and we'll take an injury timeout, a short timeout. It's KIF football, live and only on 101.3 The Beach and KauaiSports.com.
drop your comb on the beach. Okay, I'll get back to that. Let me introduce Dr. Sandy Combs. She knows Kauai kids are smart, loving, talented, ambitious, and creative, and wants to give them the opportunity they deserve. Sandy's a teacher at Kapaa High School. Vote Sandy to represent you on Oahu. Sandy cares about Kauai. She cares about your kids. Oh, and the answer to our riddle? Sandy Combs, of course. Vote Sandy Combs, State House, District 14.
I'm Dr. Sandy Combs, and I approve this message.
Complex. It is Abergas. That's he had an incredible preseason. You just hate to see this happen in the first game. You know what else you hate to see is somebody's quarterback get his back hurt on the first time he runs the football in a preseason game last night. No, that sucks. That'll be the end of the first quarter here at the Brian J. Baptiste Sports Complex. Kapaa 3, Kauai High School 0. Let's go ahead and take a timeout. It's KIF football only on 101.3 The Beach and KauaiSports.com. Fourth down for the Red Raiders. They will punt it away. That's Numozawa. Back deep is Keener and Moniz for Kapaa. Good snap. Numozawa's in trouble. Finally launches it. High but not very deep. It takes a Red Raider bounce as it hit the 27 of Kapaa and inside the 25 to the 23. I mean, there are times where Numozawa is actually playing with fire. So Kapaa with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own, it's like 23-yard line. That last drive by Kauai High School, they had a little something going, but just could not get it, get any continuity. Here's Moniz right up the middle. Moniz still on his feet, dives forward to the 30-yard line. It's going to be a nice run in the middle of that line for 7 yards. He's got 4 carries for 20 yards. So second, we'll call it a gain of 8 for Moniz. 2nd and 2, shotgun Napoleon. Wants to throw it. He's got a man. That's Keener. Oh, Keener and the defender got there at the same exact time. That's a heck of a play by number 16.
On the cover for the Red Raiders, number 16, Keanu Kamaliri.
That's Keanu Kamaliri. Man, I gotta get me a updated roster. It's killing me. On top of that, this is after I asked the Red Raiders if they got any changes in their roster. Here's the run by Moniz. He is going to find it tough going across the 30 to about the 32, we'll call it the 32-yard line. But he is going to be about a yard short of the first down.
Number 33, Noah Tagalin with help.
It's going to bring up 4th and 1, and looks like Kapaa is going to go for it. I like the call. And they are going to bring in number 25. That is Rhino Banasihan. That's the coolest first name in this league. And Banasihan slipped as he made a cut. And he is going to be a yard short on the carry. So Banasihan loses a yard on the play. That's a tough break. There's definitely enough room on that side of the line that he was going to get the first down. It's just he slipped. You know, I was walking on that grass a little earlier, and that grass did not seem like it was all there. I mean, even, in fact, I was walking on the field with Coach Raposo, and he didn't like it either. Don't forget, at halftime, we'll have some highlights of what the CJ and AJ did over the week. We'll feature some volleyball. Here's Monero, a nice throw and a catch is made. We had a late penalty flag. That came from the umpire, and that's never a good thing for the offense. So Noah Ho'opi, if it stands, it's going to be for 6 yards, but I believe there's going to be a holding against Kauai High School. Also at halftime, I'll give you some high school scores from around the state. Big night for football, folks. Huge night for football. So, like I said, whenever the umpire throws a flag, never a good thing. In case you're wondering, a final from Sydney, Australia. This almost looks like a basketball game, 51-31, Cal over Hawaii. You know, for the first half, I mean, everybody's going to think, oh, new coach, same story. In the first half, both teams are just going up and down the field. No defense, and then Cal kind of clamped up. So here we go, first and about 24 for Kauai High School. Monero pressured. He gets it to one of his receivers, Jasper Jacinto. And Jacinto inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. And now we're going to get a late penalty flag. Now, I'm not sure if there's going to be a hit out of bounds or one of the coaches said something he really wasn't supposed to. See, now we got a little problem here. I think the down marker moved on us. Because they're spotting the down markers where the ball went out of bounds, which is the correct call, but now we got a penalty, so we got to find the official, the line of scrimmage. So this is going to come from after the play. By Jacinto. Then the penalty. That's the third penalty by Kauai High School. Here's the throw by Monero, almost picked off. And that was Daniel Asotasi who almost took that off for Kapaa. The intended receiver was Nakahiki Young. That'll bring up fourth down for Kauai High School. They're going to send in Numozawa to punt it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, one more penalty against the Red Raider bench, and I think the coach gets ejected. 4th and 33, ball on the 47 of Kauai High School. Looks like Kapaa is going to bring some heat here, and looks like Kapaa is going to get a...
Right on the play.
It'll be against Kapaa. It'll be encroachment. That's going to be the third penalty. Each team with 3 penalties on the night. And I'll tell you what, not a bad gamble by Kupahea. Now 4th and 28. And I think Kapaa wants to bring the kitchen sink. And they're just going to rush normal. Almost gets blocked. A high punt. And Kapaa just camping around. They need to just get away from that ball. It'll be down the inside the 15-yard line. Looks like the 12 or the 13. I got a bad angle here. That turned out to be a pretty good punt by Numazawa. So Kapaa will get the ball, 1st and 10. And don't forget, next week we'll be at Vidina Stadium, Kapaa Waimea. The Kapaa Waimea will have it right here on KAWAIISTREAM and making a big play.
Completed to number 4, Lieutenant Tabura. On the tackle.
So Tabura makes the catch for no yards, I believe. And that's Bisara on the tackle for Kauai High School. That's a good tackle by Bisara. Although that completion goes for 1 yard, that breaks a 0-for-3 streak. They're down the middle. Keener wide open. Man at the 40, and he is going to take it to the house. That's going to turn into an 87-yard pitch and catch. Kapaa with their first touchdown of the season. I'll tell you what, they could have hit on that a little earlier. But this time, Napoleon and Keener make the hookup for the touchdown. So Gabe Keener, who created some space between him and the defender, gets the touchdown. He's got 2 carries for 99 yards. Here's Oliver on for the extra point. That comes with 8:49 to go here in the second quarter. Here's the extra point. That'll find the road, no doubt about it. And the kick is good. So at 8:49 remaining here in the first half, it is 10-0 Kapaa. Let's take a short timeout. It's KIF Football, 101.3 The Beach, and KAWAIISTREAM.
What do you get when you drop your comb on the beach? Okay, I'll get back to that. Let me introduce Dr. Sandy Combs. She knows Kauai kids are smart, loving, talented, ambitious, and creative, and wants to give them the opportunity they deserve. Sandy's a teacher at Kapaa High School. Vote Sandy to represent you on Oahu. Sandy cares about Kauai. She cares about your kids. Oh, and the answer to our riddle? Sandy Combs, of course. Vote Sandy Combs, State House, District 14.
I'm Dr. Sandy Combs, and I approve this message.
Back to receive for the Red Raiders, number 1, Jacob Nakahiki Young.
We're back at the Brian J. Baptiste Sports Complex. I'll tell you what, you're not going to find a prettier pass completion than that, because Napoleon hit Keener in stride. Once he got separation, no one's going to get him. Here's Oliver with the kickoff. High but not very deep. This may get out of bounds as well, and it will. So Kauai High School will get the ball in pretty decent field position. 1st and 10 from the 35. Those of you listening to us out at the county fair, how's it? I know you wish you were here. However, I wish I was there, because all I can think about is malasadas. That's all I can think about right now is malasadas and football. So Kauai High School with the ball at the 35. They've got to get something going. Defensively, the defense has kind of kept it close so far, but if this offense and give that D some rest, this could be a long night for the guys in red and white. Alkai Abao in at the slot for the Red Raiders, last season starting quarterback. Receiving a slot on each side. They put a man in motion. Here's a throw of the middle. That's picked off. Oh my goodness, you could not have got an easier opportunity for an interception. That was Ramsey Burdett, or Dustin Ramsey Burdett was there. I mean, the worst thing that happened, hit him between a 2 and a 1. That was an easy pick. And like Rich Miano always tells me, the reason why a DB is a DB and not a receiver. And you know, during practice, if they drop one like that, everybody has to do up downs. You could see some of the defensive players already getting into that mode. Kauai is going to passing down once again, 2nd and 10. Monera under pressure, scrambles away. He's got some room. Crosses the line of scrimmage out to about the 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5 for Christian Monera. Daniel Asotasi on the tackle for Kapaa. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Red Raider O. Facing the Warrior D. Gotta throw a big howitzer to our cameraman out there in the middle bleachers, Christian. Here's the throw by Monero over the middle. Not even close. That was intended for Jasper Jacinto. That'll bring up 4th down, and the Red Raiders going to have to punt with 7:59 to go in the first. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to say it would have been a pick 6, but if Ramser Burdett hangs on to that, everybody was going in the wrong direction. No one would have caught him. Looks like the Red Raiders are short 1. 1, 2, 3. Nope. They got 11 out there. 4th and 5. Numozawa to kick it for Kauai High School. High snap, it gets over his head. His ball is rolling inside the 10-yard line. And Kapaa is going to have great field position. And I think they're going to call it the 10-yard line. A bad snap over Numozawa's head. It was so high he could not have gotten it. I think Shaq would have had a tough time bringing that one down. Yeah, we're talking Manute Bowl. I mean, that was way over his head. Kapaa smelling blood right now. 1st and goal. No, they're going to call it 1st and 10 from the 11. Shotgun, they're going to give it to Tabura. Turns the corner. He's at the 5-yard line, close to the goal line. And we got a Red Raider and a Warrior going at it. Somebody's hat came off. We got a penalty flag. And I'll tell you what, there were 2 guys going at it, but one guy ripped off the helmet of Mo Unotoa. And that is Justice Camarillo. Oh, that cannot be Justice Camarillo. And I'll tell you what, you may be looking at an ejection here the way that thing went down. I guess it is Justice Camarillo. But I got him knocked down as a receiver, not a linebacker. So there's the penalty. I'm assuming it's Kauai High School. It's going to be half the distance to the goal line. It'll be 1st and goal from about maybe the 1 or the 2-yard line. Here's Camarillo. In fact, Camarillo's right in front of me. I can practically hear what they're talking about. So 1st and goal from it's about the 1-yard line. And they're going to bring in the big package. They're going to bring in Isaiah Valaria in that Wildcat offense. Moniz in at quarterback. That's Leighton Moniz. Remember, Camarillo, I came here for a pass league game one weekend, and I wouldn't say he took a cheap shot, but he hit a Kapaa receiver way out of bounds that day. I mean, Camarillo goes, what, 5'6". I believe he's 5'6", going up against Mo Unotoa at about 6'4". Right at the middle, Moniz is in the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors. 1-yard touchdown run for Leighton Moniz, and he is in the end zone. For the Kauai High School Red Raiders in 2016, if they are going to succeed, they're going to have to. So Kapaa now leading 16-0 with the extra point coming your way. So Kurt Napoleon's got a rushing touchdown now. Leighton Moniz with a rushing touchdown. Or excuse me, a passing touchdown for Napoleon. Oliver for the extra point. Good snap. The hold is down. The kick is up, and Oliver hammers this right through the uprights. So 7:33 to go. 17-0 Warriors. We'll take a short timeout. It's KIF football 101.3 The Beach and KAWAIISTREAM.com.
What do you get when you drop your comb on the beach? Okay, I'll get back to that. Let me introduce Dr. Sandy Combs. She knows Kauai kids are smart, loving, talented, ambitious, and creative, and wants to give them the opportunity they deserve. Sandy's a teacher at Kapaa High School. Vote Sandy to represent you on Oahu. Sandy cares about Kauai. She cares about your kids. Oh, and the answer to our riddle? Sandy Combs, of course. Vote Sandy Combs, State House, District 14.
I'm Dr. Sandy Combs, and I approve this message.
Kicking off
17-0 Warriors over Kauai High School. 7:33 to go here in the second quarter. And that touchdown run by Moniz was aided by a bad punt snap, then a face mask penalty against the Red Raiders that put the ball at the 1 yard line. Oliver hooks this one, is going to be taken at about the 15 yard line. That's Yadal Purisma on the far side, brought down from behind at the 37 yard line. And now we get a late penalty flag for the Kauai High School Red Raiders in 2016. Flag. If they are going to succeed, they're going to have a nice mixture. Again, this is probably one of those bad, those naughty word kind of penalties. So we're going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct against Kauai High School, and they are really shooting themselves in the foot here. That'll move the ball back to the 27 yard line. That's after a nice return by Purisma Yadal, or Yadal Purisma. Kauai High School just has to settle down. They've been, they've thrown the ball a few times and they've made yards from it. I think they just need to settle down, get their heads straight again, and complete a few passes. They'll be okay. 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. Monero still in at quarterback for Kauai High School. He wants to throw it over the middle. He's got a man, incomplete. That was intended for Mark Mejia. Incomplete. First time they've targeted Mejia. And defending there was Ramsey Burdette for Kapaa. You know what? Even though it's an incomplete pass, I like it. You're telling Kapaa that, yeah, I'm going to throw the ball. So Kapaa still has to play that passing game honest. Monero's going to throw it again. Looking for a man, looking for a bow. That's way over his head, incomplete. That's 5 straight incompletes by Monero. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. When you want to throw the football, this is one of the dangers of throwing the football, that if you don't pick up some yards and you go 3 and out, you got a hungry defense coming after you on 3rd down. And, man, you got to keep your defense off the field and get them some rest. They've got a receiver and a slot on each side. Monera back to pass once again. He's being pressured. He gets hit, and that is well short of his intended receiver, Mejia.
Pass intended for number 3, Mark Nieto.
And it looks like Icona Fernandez, who put some pressure on Christian Monera, forced that bad pass. That'll bring up 4th down and 10 for Kauai High School.
Correction, that's Mark Mejia.
Now, there's been a few times in which Kauai High School has gotten a receiver open. They've completed a couple of them. But other than that, the Warrior defense has been able to get to Monera before he could set his feet and go through his progressions.
Punting number 17, Kamuela, Numazawa.
Numazawa back to punt once again for Kauai High School. Gabe Keener, Leighton Moniz back to receive this punt at about their own 50. Or somebody's 50. Numazawa, he's going to have to keep it. Oh, and he gets away. He turns the corner. He's going to be close to the first down. Oh, and he runs into Moniz. And Numazawa is down. Moniz, who was one of the receivers, came up for run support. Oh, now we get a penalty flag.
Flag on the play.
And Moniz takes his helmet off, and he is going to have some help getting back to his sideline. Now let's hope Numazawa is okay, because that was just an absolute big hit by Moniz. And if they mark the ball where I think they're marking it, it's going to be short of the first down. And it should be about 2 yards short. Now the Kapaa trainers come out to assist the Red Raider trainers. Let's take an injury timeout. It's KIF football on KauaiSports.com and 101.3 The Beach. We'll be right back.
What do you get when you drop your comb on the beach? Okay, I'll get back to that. Let me introduce Dr. Sandy Combs. She knows Kauai kids are smart, loving, talented, ambitious, and creative, and wants to give them the opportunity they deserve. Sandy's a teacher at Kapaa High School. Vote Sandy to represent you on Oahu. Sandy cares about Kauai. She cares about your kids. Oh.
Okay, after the play, it's an unsportsmanlike conduct against Kapaa. So what's going to happen is Kapaa is going to get the ball back, seeing that it was a dead ball foul. It doesn't matter because it was 2 yards short on the play anyway, so that ended it. Then after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct against Kapaa. Each team with 5 penalties, Kapaa with 4 penalties, Kauai High School with 5. And I'll say it straight up. There's been some really stupid penalties against both teams, and I think 3 of them has to do with somebody saying something to the officials they really shouldn't have. Shotgun Napoleon. They give it to Snyder. Gets hit. He'll get to the 43-yard line. That'll be a gain of a yard for Snyder. They go with the slot handoff there.
Short gain will bring up 2nd down and 9.
Bonasihan will be the running back, standing next to Napoleon. Trips to the far side. 2nd and 9 for Kapaa. Keener, lone receiver to the near side. In motion, Snyder again. They fake it to him. Napoleon's going to throw it. He's got a man open again. Keener makes the catch at the 25. He is gone. Touchdown, Warriors. That's the same pattern, that little in route by the Warriors, and they hook up. Napoleon and Keener hook up again. This time a 43-yarder. And the Warrior passing game is on fire here early in the season. For Keener, he's got 3 catches.
Attempting the PAT number 11, Clifton Oliver.
For 142 yards. Oliver for the PAT. Waiting on the snap. Good snap. The hold is down. Oliver hammers this and he splits the uprights. And it is 24-0 Warriors with 6:17 to go. So let's take a timeout. It's KIF football on 101.3 The Beach and KauaiSports.com.
What do you get when you drop your comb on the beach? Okay, I'll get back to that. Let me introduce Dr. Sandy Combs. She knows Kauai kids are smart, loving, talented, ambitious, and creative, and wants to give them the opportunity they deserve. Sandy's a teacher at Kapaa High School. Vote Sandy to represent you on Oahu. Sandy cares about Kauai. She cares about your kids. Oh, and the answer to our riddle? Sandy Combs, of course. Vote Sandy Combs, State House, District 14.
I'm Dr. Sandy Combs, and I approve this message.
Oliver to kick it off for Kapaa. Nakaiki Young back deep for the Red Raiders. Let's hope Numazawa is okay. I mean, he took a big hit by Moniz. Oliver high, but not very deep. He's going to be taken somewhere about the 14-yard line by one of the up guys. And that is number 22, Jance Medeiros. And they're gonna bring him down somewhere about the 22, 23-yard line.
On the stop, number 8, Jason Hawthorne.
So it's Hawthorne on the tackle for Kapaa. So we're going to call it the 25-yard line. That's where Kauai School will take over 1st and 10. Now, when you talk about Jason Hawthorne, he had a big year last season. He had a pick 6. And he had a couple of interceptions. 3 interceptions. Here's Monera back to pass. There we go. We got a man open. Makes the catch. And he'll get it out to the 38-yard line as Jasper Jacinto. 13 yards on that pitch and catch. And that breaks a 0 for 6 string by Monera. Monera is 5 of 13 for 26 yards. Posse in the backfield for Kauai High School. Monera gets hit, lets it fly, and intended for Medeiros. We got a late penalty flag. Could be a late hit on Monera. And officials looking right at Kapena Tekshera. So let's get the call. So leading with the helmet. That's 5 penalties against Kapaa. That'll give Kauai High School a first down, a much needed first down. So the ball gets spotted at the Warrior 48-yard line. You know, Kauai High School had the ball in this position late in that first quarter, and then afterwards just could not do anything with it. Receiver on a solid on each side for Kauai High School. 1 setback. Monera's going to throw it looking left. He's got a man open and throws a very bad pass low and away, incomplete. Intended for Medeiros. And I'll tell you what, Monera had him open, just did not throw a good pass. So 2nd and 10 for Kauai High School. Monera 5 of 14 on the evening. Shotgun once again for Monera. 5:36 remaining. Got movement up front. And what we had was the center doing this, the little gotcha. Little rubberneck move there by the center. 6 penalties against Kauai High School. If nobody's looking, that's an incredible move by the center. But the thing is, you're the center and everybody's watching. I love that. There's a snap to Monaro. He's going to throw it. Oh, the ball goes right through the hands and off the face mask of Jasper Jacinto.
Incomplete pass intended for number 6, Jasper Jacinto.
That's one of those things you see in like the longest yard or something. I mean, the thing is, it happens right in front of me, and I'm gonna not even assume. I'm gonna know that when he put his hands up, and when he took his eyes off the ball, he went through his hands and off his face mask. In the water polo world, you know what they call that? Is bunnies. Monaro to throw it again. He's got some time over the middle, incomplete. A little too high for Madaris.
Incomplete pass intended for number 2.
And that's going to bring up 4th down for Kauai High School.
4th down.
So I'm kind of showing our director, producer here, Chris, on what bunnies mean. See, when I watch the Olympics, I'm not just watching to see goals. I'm trying to listen for the lingo and try to work it into football.
Number 17, Kapaa.
There's a few words I picked up in gymnastics I don't think I can work into football. Looks like Numozawa is good to go. He's back in there. Good snap this time. Low line drive, end over end. And I think that hit one of the Red Raiders at about the 28-yard line. They down it inside the 25 to the 24. 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Ball down by number 54, Jason Alaihila.
Speaking of the Olympics, I'm just a huge Olympics fan. Whether it's the Winter Olympics or the Summer Olympics. Speaking of Winter Olympics, I know my buddy L is out there listening. How about curling, baby? The ultimate Winter Olympic sport. Trips to the near side. Shotgun. Oh, that's Teili Fonua into the game for Kapaa. He goes right up the middle to the 25-yard line, and they're going to say no gain on the play. So Fonua, who was kind of on vacation for about 2 or 3 months, gets a carry. Remember, Fonua is the guy who came in relief for Napoleon in that D2 state final against Radford and played fairly well. Trips near side, Fonua wanting to throw over the middle, and he's going to overthrow Snyder, and Snyder had a couple of steps on the defensive back. And there defensively for Kauai High School was number 26, Kyle Bisara. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for Kapaa. So for that Fonua run, that's a gain of a yard. Trips to the near side for Fonua, single receiver far side. Fonua wants to throw. He's got a man open here. It's Keener. The catch is made. He gets away from the DB across the 40 to the 45 and tackled out of bounds at the 46-yard line. And that's going to be a nice throw. Nice throw of 14 yards for Fonua. And Keener's having a huge night, folks. 4 catches, 164. Huge. And here's the keeper by Fonua, darts across midfield into Red Raider territory, and you're going to say he's down at the 48-yard line. Going to be a gain of 5 for Teili Fonua.
On the stop for the Red Raiders, number 26, Kyle Lozaro.
Trips near side for Kapaa. 2nd and 4 after the 6-yard run by Teili Fonua. He's going to throw it out there. The catch is made. And on the loose is Tobura as he takes it to the 35-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 13 yards. So Teili Fonua is 2 of 2 for 27 yards. Tobura with his 3rd catch of the night. 3 catches, 15 yards. So Yadao Purisma, who is now on the, makes a tackle for Kapaa. For Kauai High School. Fonua rolling right, flicks it out there, incomplete.
Incomplete pass intended for number 4, McKenna Tobura.
And Fonua just did not look comfortable throwing on the run there. 2nd and 10 for the Warriors. Again, a nice crowd here at the BJB Sports Complex. And we got to find a way to shorten this thing. That's kind of long. Shotgun Fonua, rolling right. He's going to throw it. He's got a man open. The catch is made by Tobura at the 32. Looking for that first down marker. He's going to be short of the 25. I would say the 27-yard line.
On the stop, number 24, Noah Volpe.
And that's going to be a gain of 8 yards on the play. 4 catches, 23 yards from McKenna Tobura. That'll bring up 3rd and about 2 yards to go. They got Valerio, the big guy in the backfield. He's going to block for Fonua. He's going to try and run for it, and he's going to get it. Still on the loose at the 20. Dives inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line, but we got a penalty flag. We got a penalty flag on the play.
On the stop, number 4, Brandon Yadao Purisma.
Again, that's thrown by the umpire. That's never a good thing for the offense. Yadao Purisma on the tackle for Kauai High School. So we got a holding against the Warriors. That'll negate the first down run by Yadao. By Fonua. And I'm going to throw out a shameless little request out there. If you're coming from the fair to the park here, can you bring me some malasadas? Me and Chris will bring us some malasadas. How's that? I'm just sticking with malasadas because this is the time, and he's asking Krispy Kremes. Fonua shotgun, ball at the 33-yard. He's going to throw it, looking downfield, and he's going to throw that out of bounds, incomplete.
Incomplete pass intended for number 18, Ali'i Brown.
That was intended for number 18, Ali'i Brown. That'll bring up 4th down and 8. And Kapaa's kind of in no man's land here. This is kind of far, a little bit out of Oliver's range. And you really don't want to punt it from here. So timeout called for by Kapaa with 2:19 to go here in the first half. 24-0 Warriors will take a short timeout. It's 101.3 The Beach and KauaiSports.com.
What do you get when you drop your comb on the beach? Okay, I'll get back to that. Let me introduce Dr. Sandy Combs. She knows Kauai kids are smart, loving, talented, ambitious, and creative, and wants to give them the opportunity they deserve. Sandy's a teacher at Kapaa High School. Vote Sandy to represent you on Oahu. Sandy cares about Kauai. She cares about your kids. Oh, and the answer to our riddle? Sandy Combs, of course. Vote Sandy Combs, State House, District 14.
I'm Dr. Sandy Combs, and I approve this message.
What do you get when you drop?
Fourth and 8 for Kauai High School. They're going to punt. 4th and 8 for Kapaa. They'll go for it. Fonua in shotgun and wants to throw it. Looking right. He goes out to his right. Here's the catch is made by Kurt Napoleon. That's going to be enough for the first down. Ball caught at about the 21 or the 22-yard line. And we're going to call it the 22. So a gain of 11 on that throw. How do you like that? Your starting quarterback makes the catch for the first down. So Kurt Napoleon. 1st and 10 for Kapaa. Napoleon still out wide to the far side. That's Isaiah Valeri, the lone setback. For Noel again looking for Napoleon and overshoots everybody. In fact, the beach chair section gets a souvenir. Okay, at Hanapepe Stadium, that beach chair section out near the concession, I want to do a game from there. From here, I'll do a game from out there, where all the beach chairs are. Now that's the real fans out there. We got wireless, right? We can go wireless from out there. So now Kurt Napoleon checks in at quarterback, 2nd and 10. Napoleon rolling left, being chased, throws it back across his body and short of Gabe Keener, who was wide open. The nearest defensive back was Yadal Purisma. So the $1:49 to go here in the first half. 24-0 Warriors, 3rd and 10 for Kapaa. Even here might be right on the outskirts of Oliver's range. Everybody checking with Coach Brenton Raposo for the call on offense. Keener spread out wide to the near side, trips to the near side. In motion, Tabroy. They're going to give it to Tabroy. He turns the corner. He's got some blocking still on his feet. They're going to bring him down right near the first down marker. I think he's going to be a yard short. And let's see the umpire, all those bodies on the far side of the field. And it is about a yard short, so Tabroy with a 9-yard pickup.
That'll bring up 4th down.
He's got 3 carries, 16 yards. Now, did we get a penalty on the play? We got the officials discussing something. Kapaa already moving back. Oh, yeah, we got a penalty way in the end zone, a penalty flag.
Personal foul. 6-8.
I didn't catch it, but it's a personal foul against Kapaa. It's 7 penalties. Now, again, between Kapaa and Kauai High School, that's about 5 penalties that you can really put in a stupid category. Well, it happened way after the play. A couple of them also involve nasty language. In fact, we got one against the Kauai High bench early in this game, so that's about 5. We got a total of 12 penalties by both teams. And like I said, about 5 of those penalties is in the stupid category. Swearing. There was a late cheap shot by a face mask by one of the Red Raiders. A coach got flagged for saying something to the referee. So yeah, both of these teams really could have eliminated a lot of penalty yards, had they kind of controlled themselves a bit. And really, those calls, you get some moans and groans from both sides of the field, but I think officials are right on in making those calls. 24-0, Kapaa over Kauai High School. Late second quarter, $1:40 to go. Don't forget, at halftime we'll have some KIF girls volleyball reports, which I was a little part of, a very little part. Also, I'll give you some high school football scores. And we got a lot of football tonight, let me tell you. And most of those scores will not be finals, but interesting to at least figure it out or go through them. And again, 51-31, Cal over Hawaii. Now they're going to try a field goal here. It's going to be a 44-yarder for Clifton Oliver. And like I said, it's going to be right on the edge of his distance. First of all, you need a good snap and a good push. Good snap. Oh, when he hammers this, it looks good. And it is good. Clifton Oliver from 44 yards out makes it 27-0 Warriors. That's a heck of a kick by Clifton Oliver. Let's go ahead and take a timeout. It's KIF football on 101.3 The Beach and KauaiSports.com.
What do you get when you drop your comb on the beach? Okay, I'll get back to that. Let me introduce Dr. Sandy Combs. She knows Kauai kids are smart, loving, talented, ambitious, and creative, and wants to give them the opportunity they deserve. Sandy's a teacher at Kapaa High School. Vote Sandy to represent you on Oahu. Sandy cares about Kauai. She cares about your kids. Oh, and the answer to our riddle? Sandy Combs, of course. Vote Sandy Combs, State House, District 14.
I'm Dr. Sandy Combs, and I approve this message.
What do you get when you drop your comb on the beach? Okay, I'll get back to that. Let me introduce Dr. Sandy Combs. She knows Kauai kids are smart, loving, talented, ambitious, and creative, and wants to give them the opportunity they deserve. Sandy's a teacher at Kapaa High School. Vote Sandy to represent you on Oahu. Sandy.
Here's Oliver, who just hammered a 44-yard three-pointer, kicking it off to Nakahiki Young for Kauai High School. Oh, and he hammers this one as well, headed towards the corner. It'll be taken by Medeiros. I don't think that was a great idea. And he gets cut down at the 10-yard line. We've got a fumble on the play, and I think Kapaa is all over it. And they are. I think it's Rhino Banasihan who comes up with that fumble recovery. So Rhino Banasihan comes up with a big play for the Warriors. They're already leading 27-0, and they could add to this lead. So the dude with the coolest first name in this whole KIF gets a fumble recovery. And like I said, I thought that was a bad idea by Medeiros to go in and field that kickoff, because I think it was going to go out of bounds, and Kauai High School would have had great field position at the 35. First and goal for Kapaa from the 8-yard line. They give it to Snyder, trying the far side. Cannot turn the corner. And it looks as if he may have been able to get to the line of scrimmage. And let's see. A tough call to see it from here. And we're going to give Snyder a gain of a yard on the play. He's got 2 carries, 2 yards.
K267BW.
Hawaii's official classic kids radio station. He's got Banasihan in the backfield. They fake the pass, and Napoleon is going to be dropped for a loss. And that is Posse who brings him down. So I'm trying to, looks like a loss of 2 yards on the play. Timeout Warriors. 46 seconds remaining here in the first half. So Kauai High School with a sack. Kapaa's got a pair of sacks. And don't forget, next week, Kapaa Waimea right here on 101.3 The Beats and KauaiSports.com. Brought to you by Syngenta and DuPont Pioneer.
KTOH HD2, Kalaheo, K267BW, Kauai's official classic hits radio station. 101.3. 101.3, The Beach. KTOH HD2.
Third and goal from the 11 for Kapaa. So loss of 3 yards on the play. On the sack by Posse. You know, when you think about it, Kapaa is really, running it down, throwing the ball and moving it against the Red Raider D. At this close, I think you've got Kauai High School where you want them. Why not throw the ball again? Single coverage on Keener to the near side. That's where I'd be looking if I'm Napoleon. Looking to his right, and he throws it into the beach chair section once again. Now, if I'm in that beach chair section, that ball is not coming back. I'm not going to get that ball back. .40 seconds remaining. It'll be 4th down, and they're going to bring Oliver in the game. He's already 2 of 2 from field goals. He's got 1 from 44 and 1 from 35. So officially, this is going to be a 41-yarder as they spot the ball at the 24.
Attempting the field goal, number 11, Clifton Oliver.
Oniz is the holder. Good snap. The hold is down. The kick is up. And Oliver is 3 of 3 as he hammers this one right through the uprights. So it's now 30-0. Warriors over Kauai High School. We'll take a short timeout. It's KIF football on 101.3 The Beach and KauaiSports.com.
What do you get when you drop your comb on the beach? Okay, I'll get back to that. Let me introduce Dr. Sandy Combs. She knows Kauai kids are smart, loving, talented, ambitious, and creative, and wants to give them the opportunity they deserve. Sandy's a teacher at Kapaa High School. Vote Sandy to represent you on Oahu. Sandy cares about Kauai. She cares about your kids. Oh, and the answer to our riddle? Sandy Combs, of course. Vote Sandy Combs, State House, District 14.
Back to receive, number 1, Jacob Young.
34 seconds to go here in the first half. Oliver to kick it off following his 3rd field goal of the night. Oh, he gets his foot into this one. And it'll be taken by one of the upbacks on the far side of the field. And he's got some room down the sideline, still on his feet, steps out of bounds. And I believe that's Bryson Abiganya who took that for Kauai High School, and it is.
Number 21, Bryson Abiganya.
Nice little return. Now, this Abiganya kid is an interesting story because I remember about 2 summers ago, he was playing KYF, and he was absolutely dominating that league. However, they were giving it to him like 25, 28 times a game. 27 seconds to go here in the first half. 30-0 Kapaa over Kauai High School. And I'll tell you what, Kauai High School right now has got a big 0 on that scoreboard, but I'll give them A for effort. They're trying to throw the ball. I mean, they are trying to get this thing done through the air. Incomplete. Oh, that's got to be a penalty. There we go. That's going to be a penalty against Ramsey or Burdette. I think the penalty is going to be hitting a defenseless receiver. But that ball is way overthrown, but Ramsey or Burdette loaded up on that receiver. And that was Jasper Jacinto. There we go. So that's the 8th penalty against Kapaa. That'll give Kauai High School a first down. Receiver and a slot on each side for Monera. Posse the lone setback. Monera's going to throw. He's got a man open. Nakahiki Young, who didn't turn around in time. Incomplete. Right now, Kauai High School has thrown the ball so much, and they haven't completed a whole lot of passes, but what they've done is they soften up the Kapaa defense, and now I think they can start to run the ball if they wanted to. I mean, this late in the first half, they're going to keep throwing it, but come third quarter, I think they can run the ball. And they're going to hand it off to Posse right up the middle, and he's got some yards. He's across midfield. No, he's right at midfield. So a gain of 6 on the play. Just his 3rd carry, he's got 7 yards. And that's the end of the first half here at the Brian J. Baptiste Sports Complex. Kapaa goes into the locker rooms with a 30-0 lead as both teams head off the field. Let's go ahead and take a quick timeout. When we get back, I'll give you some high school football scores. It's halftime. KIF football, live and exclusively on 101.3 The Beach and KauaiSports.com.
What do you get when you drop your comb on the beach? Okay, I'll get back to that. Let me introduce Dr. Sandy Combs. She knows Kauai kids are smart, loving, talented, ambitious, and creative, and wants to give them the opportunity they deserve. Sandy's a teacher at Kapaa High School. Vote Sandy to represent you on Oahu. Sandy cares about Kauai. She cares about your kids. Oh, and the answer to our riddle? Sandy Combs, of course. Vote Sandy Combs, State House, District 14.
I'm Dr. Sandy Combs, and I approve this message.
We're back at the Brian J. Baptiste Sports Complex. I've got some high school football scores for you. And in the third quarter, it's Campbell leading Aiea 12-0. Then I've got the number 1 Kahuku over number 4 Waianae. And this is what you call a slobber knocker, 7-0. This game on the west side of Oahu. So that's a heck of a ball game right now. Also at the half, number 8 Kapolei leading Castle. That game, I guess in Kaneohe, 17-14. Also in the third quarter, Kaiser over Radford, 13-0. In the third quarter, this game is not a pretty sight, 39-0. It's Maui High over King Kekaulike. In Division 2 in the OIA, it's Pro City 43-0 over Kalaheo. On the Big Island, Kamehameha Hawaii leading Waiakea 28-0. That game in the fourth quarter. At the half, we got this one 30-0. Also on the Big Island, Honoka'a over Kealakahe 12-7. And of course, Cal over Hawaii 51-31. That game in Australia. So that catches you up on Hawaii high school football scores from around the state. I'm Anahola Jo'o Pahukula, KauaiSports.com. And go ahead and check this out, KIF Girls Volleyball. For the Kauai High School Red Raiders in 2016, if they are going to succeed, they're going to have a nice mixture of talented underclassmen and experienced seniors. For the Kauai High School Red Raiders in 2016, if they are going to succeed, they're going to have a nice mixture of talented underclassmen and experienced seniors.
A lot of people say they're going to live out their dreams one day. By one day, they usually mean when their kids are grown up. If you wait until then, your kids will miss the lesson. Live your legend.
Your confidence. All new Sorrento.
Talk about this year's team, because I know you got the seniors, but you also got pretty good underclassmen, huh?
Oh yeah, we have quite a few underclassmen. We don't have a freshman this year, but we have the majority from the sophomore class. Yes.
Your first 6 players or your starting lineup, are you set with that, or are you still work in progress?
Well, I'm pretty set with my first lineup. And we have a few seniors, maybe 1 or 2. The rest are all underclassmen. Our 10th graders and a few juniors.
The way I see things, remembering what you guys did last season, it seems to me that Tegan, Sierra, and Tia probably be your team leaders.
Yeah, actually, Sierra and Tia. I'm looking at probably another not a sophomore, I'm sorry, a junior and 1 more senior.
What kind of team are you going to have this year? You can run a lot of different plays, or you're going to have to kind of stay basic and get good at that before moving on? Because I thought last year you had a team that you could do a lot of things with. Huh?
Yeah. Well, the girls this year actually come with, they're a little quicker. They have a little bit more experience playing together, so we do have a core that works really well together. I hope that they can pull it together and do really well this year. And I think the plays will come. It will come. We've been running a lot of different plays. It all comes down to the game, yeah.
I know you guys went off island for preseason.
Right.
Did that help prepare you for the upcoming KIF season?
Well, yeah, it did. It kind of told me where the team is at and what we need to work on, and what girls really work well together. So that's what I what happened during preseason. We were able to find the top 9 girls, and then we found the core, and then they were able to run some plays, which I was really amazed. I don't know why. They practiced it, and they did. They ran a couple plays that I was impressed with, and it worked.
Well, it looks like the upcoming season is gonna be exciting, because I don't think there's one really dominant team, and you guys should be right there in the mix, huh?
Oh, well, we hope we're in the mix, but I know that the other schools are pretty tough this year, yeah. Yeah, and I did mention that to the girls. Don't take any team for granted. They're all up there.
Thank you very much, and have an exciting season. We'll be there too with you.
Thank you, Joel. Thank you.
Don't forget, this season on KawaiiSports.com, Facebook Live, you can follow the Warriors, Red Raiders, Island School Voyagers, and the Menehune. Aloha everybody, I'm Anahola Joe Pahukula for KawaiiSports.com, and this week's in-week sports report takes us to the Bernice Hanley Gym on the Kapaa High School campus, where we're going to check out girls varsity volleyball practice. Let's go check it out. Let's take a quick time out. When we get back, we'll have more with Kapaa head coach Evan Costa and his Kapaa girls volleyball team.
Unleash your confidence. All new Sorrento.
I know you guys working hard, and I hear about Kiala. Can you even pronounce or spell her last name? It's got to be the longest name I've ever seen in the KIF in any sport, huh?
No, I cannot. I just know it's Ehu, Kai, and I know it's more than that. But again, the girls are the one with the high GPA, not the coach.
You know, you guys came off a successful season last year. Heading into this season, it seems as if you guys may have more talent. I mean, a lot of those young girls have stepped up, and you got some good young girls, you know, coming into the program this year, huh?
Well, we lose 7 seniors. I mean, those girls have played for a while. These young girls coming up, you know, they're hungry, but still, you know, raw. You know, they want to play, but raw. So we got a lot of work ahead, you know, big shoes to fill. And so we're just trying to work basics, you know, try to do the basic things. That's all we can do right now.
You know, on paper, you know, Kiani and Aya seems to be your team leaders. Is anybody else that you're going to depend on to lead you guys this year?
Kiala, she's one. She's definitely. You know, we brought up a couple JV girls, you know, will help keep the ball off the ground. We had a girl who stepped away from the game last year, so she's coming back. She's refocused herself, so I see a lot of competition just for our side, you know, in trying to make a starting spot. So that's what we have, you know. That's all we can do is just compete on our end, try to make starting spots.
No, practice, I see the girls going really hard at each other. I know you got to play hard the whole year, but does this team have to kind of go at it harder than the other teams or harder than they did last year if they're going to be successful again?
Yes. You know, they're younger. You know, they're a new group. I mean, we graduated 7 girls. This year we brought in 6 new girls, so we're one short of the, you know, what we had. We had 14 last year. So again, 6 brand new girls on the varsity level, and just getting them up to that speed has been the challenge. And then the other part is now our veterans, they need to learn to step up. I mean, Paya Tafea, she got hurt, but she's really our leader for our program. You know, I'm happy and proud of her. But it's going to take more than just Paya Tafea to just rally our team or keep it together.
I know you guys are going to go on a road trip. Is this road trip, the teams you'll face, will that get you set and ready for the KIF?
It'll definitely put us in check. You know, it's a great tournament for us. Kameme Maui, I believe, brings in at least 3 to 4 mainland teams. You know, they're good, they're smooth. And then you got your local teams there, they can scrap. So it's a good, you know, wake-up call for us.
Are you guys ready for this, or would you like to have another week or 2 of practice before heading into this road trip?
Well, that would be the luxury if we could have, you know, more time, but, you know, the girls need to face the reality of where they are right now. Even as coaches, you know, we gotta, again, it's gonna be a check on us on what we need to refocus ourselves, you know, going into Maui and our takeaways from Maui. But I think it'd be good for the program, you know, put us in check.
You know, is the head coach ready?
What's that?
Is the Kapaa head coach ready?
No, not really. As you can see, you know, I jump in with the girls, we fill in. You know, we lost Heidi Assaret and her husband. You know, that's a big part. I mean, Heidi and I started this journey about 4 years ago. But, you know, her children have grown up and they've spent a lot of time in the gym with their children, and, you know, a lot of the family time, you know, got taken away. So unfortunately for the program, I mean, you know, I relied on Heidi, and what she brought was really big. So it's a big part that we're going to have to rally around each other as coaches and try to pull it together.
Well, thank you for your time, and good luck.
Thank you.
Aloha, everybody. I'm Anahola Joe Pahukula for KawaiiSports.com, and this week,
What do you get when you drop your comb on the beach? Okay, I'll get back to that. Let me introduce Dr. Sandy Combs. She knows Kauai kids are smart, loving, talented, ambitious, and creative, and wants to give them the opportunity they deserve. Sandy's a teacher at Kapaa High School. Vote Sandy to represent you on Oahu. Sandy cares about Kauai. She cares about your kids. Oh, and the answer to our riddle? Sandy Combs, of course. Vote Sandy Combs, State House, District 14.
I'm Dr. Sandy Combs, and I approve this message.
KTOH HD2, Kalaheo, K267BW, Kapaa, Kauai's official classic hits radio station. 101.3. 101.3, The Beach. KTOH HD2.
we are back here at the Brian J. Baptiste Sports Complex. About to start the second half. 30-0, Warriors all over the Red Raiders. Here's some halftime numbers for you. Kapaa 256 yards of total offense, 201 passing, 55 rushing. For Kauai High School, not a very good night offensively. Just 34 yards of total offense, 26 passing and 8 rushing. Kurt Napoleon, 6 of 12 for 155. Teili Fonoa is 4 of 7 for 46.
Taking off for the Red Raiders, number 17, Kapaa.
Of course, Gabe Keener with 2 touchdowns, an 87-yarder and a 43-yarder. Kauai had to kick it off. The kick by Numazawa hit pretty good. It'd be Keener at about the 8-yard line. Keener up the middle following his blockers, gets hit and dropped at the 25-yard line. That's where Kapaa will take over 1st and 10. Now I had to go out in that area, not to, I guess you can say, local in a pigeon way. I was making small kind niele, but you didn't hear a peep out of that Kapaa locker room. It was very little screaming and yelling. And Kauai High School's locker room is all about screaming and yelling. And Coach Barrero is really getting after his kids. And to be honest, I really don't blame him. They let up some easy touchdowns. Here's Napoleon back to throw over the middle and looking for Tabura, incomplete. And defensively was Kyle Bissara, who got up a little slowly, but he'll walk it off. So 2nd and 10 for Kapaa. And Clifton Oliver, 3 of 3 in field goals for the Warriors. The long being a 44-yarder and a 41-yarder. He also had a 35-yarder to start off the scoring back in the first quarter. And again, Kauai High School, they're throwing the ball. I applaud their effort to go ahead and try and throw it. Here's Napoleon rolling left, trying to get outside. He's going to be pulled down from behind right at the 30-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 5 yards for Kurt Napoleon.
On the snap, number 5, Justice Camarillo.
And that was Justin Camarillo who made the tackle for Kauai High School. So 3rd and 5 for Kapaa. And Napoleon, I wouldn't say an obvious passing situation, but most chances are they are going to throw it. And he does. Oh, they go screenplay to Napoleon, to Moniz. And I'll tell you what, it was number 45, Dallas Abao, who was there to broke up that play. But he got his hand on the ball, and really, if he hangs on to that thing, probably takes it all the way back for 6. So incomplete. You know what? I just may have changed my coolest first name in the whole league. Dallas Abao. Sorry, Rhino. Here's Clifton Oliver. Line drive, end over end. Takes the Kapaa bounce. And it was number 2 who caught it. That's Edward Bernabe. And really, if he lets it bounce, we would have got more yards out of it. So Kauai High School will get the ball at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Let's see if that halftime lashing will stick with these Red Raiders and they can move the football and get some points on the board. I'll tell you what, I don't think I've heard that kind of screaming and yelling coming out of that Red Raider locker room like that in a long, long time. So Kauai High School, 1st and 10, 10:59 remaining here in the 3rd. Trips to the near side. There's Posse in the backfield. Monero wants to throw it, and he's got a man open. That catch is made by Nakahiki Young at about the 48. Takes it across midfield to the 46-yard line. That's going to be a 20-yard pitch and catch. Nakahiki Young gets his first reception. And Monero breaks an 0-for-4 streak. And I'll tell you what, Nakahiki Young, that's the guy they really need to get the ball to. He can hurt you in so many ways. Shotgun Monero. And he's going to throw it again. Looking over the middle. He's got a man. That's Nakahiki Young at 35. And that's going to be an 11-yard completion. Another Red Raider first down. Now, there you go. Nakahiki Young with his second catch. And like I said, towards the end of that second quarter, I kind of thought that the Kapaa defense had been playing back a little. And I thought Kauai High School, if they can get outside, can move the ball on the ground now. We got movement by the center once again. And that's going to be the 7th penalty charged to Kauai High School. And right below me, I can see Coach Todd Tanaka going over strategy with his defense. I mean, I could kind of, whisper out there and tell, hey, coach, might want to try this. That's how close we are. This is just as close as Hans Orange Field on the home side on Oahu when you go for baseball. Trips to the far side. Here's Monero looking left. Now looks right over the middle. And that's going to be an incomplete pass to Nakahiki. That'll bring up 2nd and 15. So Kauai High School will huddle up. 9:45 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Kauai High School in a passing formation once again. Kapaa going to come with a blitz. Monero wants to throw it over the middle. He's got a man. Oh, Nakahiki Young took a big hit by Jason Hawthorne. We get a penalty flag. And I think this is going to be a helmet to using your helmet on the tackle. And I'm usually one of those where, come on, you got to give the defensive guy a break, but no doubt, I think that is definitely a helmet-to-helmet hit penalty against Kapaa. But again, you know, I think there's a flip side to that rule. And I think the officials need to be conscious that the defender is coming at the receiver, and if the receiver ducks his head, can you really hold the defensive guy responsible for that? I mean, you know, Hawthorne didn't come in flying head first. It's just that when he got down, Nakahiki also got down. Tough to blame Hawthorne, but no doubt helmet-to-helmet contact. Monera's going to throw it. He's got some room. He should run it. Throws it over the middle. Incomplete. Let me tell you, he had a lot of room open if he wanted to run to his left. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for Kauai High School. You know, the kid that I think can really make a difference, I just, all of a sudden I see him, is Noah Sasil for Kauai High School. You know, I watch him in practice all the time, and he makes a lot of plays. That's a guy that they're missing. Trips far side for Monera. Kapaa going to bring an extra linebacker. Monera breaks free over the middle. That catch is made by Nakahiki Young at about the 15-yard line, but we got a penalty flag on the far side of the field. And if it stands, it should be a first down. In fact, they're going to mark the ball at the 14-yard line. And if it is good, it's a Red Raider first down and the 3rd catch of the night for Nakahiki Young. And this came from a receiver, from the official on the far side of the field. And I think I saw Nakahiki Young give the illegal motion call. And here's Sean McGurn with the call for on the penalty flag. Kauai School already moving backwards.
Illegal touching. Number 1, offense. He was covered up on the line of scrimmage.
So illegal touching, and what that happened is at the end the receiver came up on the line of scrimmage, and that made Nakahiki Young an ineligible receiver. So that's 8 penalties against Kauai High School. That one hurt. That one really hurt. So Monera looking for a receiver. It's picked off by Hawthorne. Hawthorne with the ball. He's got some blockers in front of him if he can break loose. And the Red Raiders bring him down at about the 11 or 12-yard line. And that's the first pick of the night. And that's Jason Hawthorne, who had 3 interceptions last season. 1 for a pick 6, gets his first INT here in 2016. And really, you know, I don't think Monera has made a really bad throw tonight. However, or a bad decision on a throw tonight, except for that one right there. It's the first one of the night. Threw into double coverage, and Hawthorne, they had his receiver sandwiched. So Napoleon in at quarterback for the Warriors. He's got Moniz to his left. They're going to throw it out there. It looks like Snyder on the far side, and he's got the ball. And I think they're going to mark him down somewhere about the 18-yard line. And let's see. We'll call it the 18-yard line, 7-yard pitch and catch. So Snyder with his 2nd catch, 2 catches, 19 yards. Here's Napoleon. They're going to hand it off to Moniz. Goes right up the middle. He'll get the first down.
Gang tackle by the Red Raiders. He'll pick up the first down.
And on the play for Kauai High School, number 33, Noah Tongalin. Also in on a tackle, it's my guy, Dallas Abao. 3 receivers to the near side for Napoleon. He's going to give it to Moniz, who tries the far side, gets around the corner. He'll get about 3, maybe 4 yards. And now this is where Kapaa is going to come out with their ground and pound attack. They're already up 30-0. They're going to just eat some clock. And it's going to be a gain of 3 yards on the play for Napoleon. So Moniz, I should say. 3 yards on the carry from Moniz. Now moves to the right of Napoleon. And he's going to block for Napoleon. He goes up the middle. He's going to take it out to the 35-yard line. He's going to be a yard short of the first down. So Napoleon gets 5 yards on the carry. 3rd and 1 for Kapaa. A lot of things you can do at 3rd and 1 with the way that offense is rolling. It looks like we have a single receiver here on the near side. That is Maka Troch. And Napoleon's going to keep it. He's got the first down and more. He's across midfield into Kauai High School territory. And let's see, they're going to mark him out of bounds to the 45-yard line.
Forced out of bounds on the play by number 4, Riley Yadao, Burisma.
They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the Kapaa 49-yard line. First down, Kapaa. Napoleon now 8 carries for 30 yards on the night. 6:58 remaining here in the 3rd. Napoleon wants to throw it, looking to his right. He's got a man open. Tabur, the catch at the 45 to the 40, and brought down the 36-yard line of Kauai High School. 15 yards on that throw by Napoleon. And he is trying to find some really wide open receivers. 5 catches for Tabura, 38 yards. Shotgun Napoleon this time. No, he's going to fake it and keep it for himself. And he'll be thrown for a loss on the play.
Napoleon with the keeper. Tackle for a loss on the play.
And they'll say a 1 yard loss there. 30-0 Kapaa over Kauai High School. 6:15 remaining here in the 3rd. Napoleon in shotgun looks over at the Kapaa bench. Now he's ready. Rolling left. He's got a man open short. That's Valeria. The catch is made at the 35-yard line. And he is going to advance it out across the 30 to about the 28-yard line. But I think he's going to be a little short of the first down. And he is.
On the stop, number 10, Adonis Lego Pelletier.
Valeria against Lahaina Luna, he had 3 catches for 16 yards, including a 4-yard touchdown pass. The give is to Banasihan around the far side, does a spinaroonie, gets loose, he'll get the first down, pick up of 5 yards for Rhino Banasihan. First down, Warriors. And Kapaa is starting to mix it up where Kauai School's defense really don't know where that ball's going to go. Trips to the near side. The handoff is to Banasihan. Oh, great move to get into the open. Down the seam of the field. Is in the end zone. Touchdown. 23-yard touchdown run. Rhino Banasihan. He's got 3 carries for 27 yards, including that touchdown. And the Warriors go up 36-0 with the extra point coming your way. He made a beautiful move somewhere about maybe the 18-yard line. And when he slipped between 2 Red Raiders, he had nobody in front of him except the Turf Monster and the end zone. Made a good move on a Turf Monster, too. The extra point by Oliver. The kick is up, and he'll put that into the swamp. 37-0. Kapaa over Kauai High School. 5:04 left in the 3rd. We'll take a timeout. It's KIF football on 101.3 The Beach and KauaiSports.com.
What do you get when you drop your comb on the beach? Okay, I'll get back to that. Let me introduce Dr. Sandy Combs. She knows Kauai kids are smart, loving, talented, ambitious, and creative, and wants to give them the opportunity they deserve. Sandy's a teacher at Kapaa High School. Vote Sandy to represent you on Oahu. Sandy cares about Kauai. She cares about your kids. Oh, and the answer to our riddle? Sandy Combs, of course. Vote Sandy Combs, State House, District 14.
I'm Dr. Sandy Combs, and I approve this message.
KTOH HD2, Kalaheo, K267BW, Kapaa, Kauai's official classic hits radio station. 101.3. 101.3, The Beach.
.5:04 to go here in the third, coming off the 23-yard touchdown run by Rhino Banasihan. Oliver to kick it for the Warriors.
Back to receive, number 1, Jacob Nakahiki Young.
Nakahiki Young back to deep for Kauai High School. Oliver hammers this one. Nakahiki Young in the end zone. That's going to be a touchback. And Kauai High School will get the ball first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ball spotted on the 20, first and 10.
In the preseason, let's see, Rhino Banasihan had 10 carries for 23 yards against Lahaina Luna. I think Banasihan is a good complement to Moniz in the backfield. Him, the three guys, Valeria, Banasihan, and Moniz. That's a good threesome back there. Abiganya in the backfield for Kauai High School. Monera still in that quarterback. He has had a rough night this evening. And he's going to throw it again. And this is picked off. This time it's hung on to by Ramsey Burdette. And he had one that could have gone for a pick six. And now he hits the floor.
Number 31, Daniel Asotasi.
Well, excuse me, it's Daniel Asotasi, number 31 and not number 21. That was, he picked it off, started to run off the field, and all of a sudden said, oh, I can't make it. And the Kapaa trainers have come out to help him. And the way they're helping him out, it looks as if it's cramps. And I don't know, tonight doesn't seem like the cramp kind of night. It's got a nice breeze out there, but I guess when you don't hydrate well, it'll happen. So Kapaa's got the ball in great field position. First and 10 at the Red Raider 20-yard line. And like I said, I like the idea of the Red Raiders trying to throw the ball. Just that they have struggled all evening long. And, when you want to throw the ball against Kapaa's defense, there's a couple of ways to look at it. You got to get rid of the ball before the D-line and the linebackers get to you. Okay? And if you're going to throw the ball, you got to get that done. And you got to soften up that defense. And I kind of think they do. However, Kauai High School really hasn't run the ball from about the midway through the second quarter to this point. So that's a second pick thrown by Monera. And Teili Fonua comes in at quarterback for the Warriors. Remember, Fonua is 4 of 7 for 46 yards. And they're going to wait until Asotasi can make it off the field. He's walking kind of how I feel like in the morning. Each and every morning, folks. Shotgun, Fonua. High snap, but he handles it. It goes straight up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, I think they may give him it will be the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play for Fonua.
Number 56, Kaleo Mano, Mayatoka. With help.
Yeah, when you get to be my age, you kind of hurt everywhere when you wake up in the morning. Shotgun Fonua rolling left. He's got a man open short. That's Valeria. And cannot make the hookup. Incomplete.
Number 44, Isaiah Valeria. Now bring up third down.
Now, Isaiah Valeria, he's got one of the coolest spellings I've ever seen for that name. And for Valeria, it is spelled Izaya. That's a cool way to spell Isaiah. Banasihan in the backfield to the right of Fonua. 37-0 Warriors, 4:25 left in the third. Fonua looking in the end zone. The catch is made. Goal line, touchdown Warriors. That's going to be Maka Troche. Touchdown Kapaa, 20-yard pitch and catch. Teili Fonua with his first scoring pass of the night. He is now 5 of 9 for 66 yards and that touchdown. And for Troche, it's his first catch of the night, and that goes for 6. There's Oliver for the extra point. And now we got a penalty flag. I think somebody may be lined up in the neutral zone. Waiting on the penalty. This will go against Kapaa. It's their 10th penalty of the night. You know, let's assume that this is the final score of the night, 44-0. I guarantee you, if you talk to Coach Raposo after this game, he's going to be upset at the amount of penalties his teams have committed tonight. That's 10 flags against the Warriors. Oh, this turns into what, a 25-yard extra point. Oh, and he hammers this. This should go onto the road and into the swamp. So 4:19 to go, 44-0, Kapaa over Kauai High School. Oh, 4:19 to go in the third, excuse me. It's KIF football on 101.3 The Beach and KauaiSports.com.
What do you get when you drop your comb on the beach? Okay, I'll get back to that. Let me introduce Dr. Sandy Combs. She knows Kauai kids are smart, loving, talented, ambitious, and creative, and wants to give them the opportunity they deserve. Sandy's a teacher at Kapaa High School. Vote Sandy to represent you on Oahu. Sandy cares about Kauai. She cares about your kids. Oh, and the answer to our riddle? Sandy Combs, of course. Vote Sandy Combs, State House, District 14.
I'm Dr. Sandy Combs, and I approve this message.
Here's the Oliver with the kickoff, 44-0, Kapaa over Kauai High School in the third quarter. Line drive kick taking it about the 2-yard line by Nakahiki Young. He's got some blocking up the middle of the field and gets across the 25 to the 28-yard line. And that's where Kauai High School will take over 1st and 10. And I said this earlier, but Nakahiki Young with just 4 targets, 2 catches. That's just not enough for a guy as talented as he is. Red Raider coaching staff just need to find a way to get him the ball more. And they're going to put Abiganya in the backfield. Monero still in at quarterback for the Red Raiders. 4-man front for Kapaa. And Monero wants to throw it, looking to his right. Nakahiki Young with the grab at the 35 and dives for the first down marker. And he is going to be right at the first down marker, and Kauai High School will get the first down. Good job by Jacob Nakahiki Young. Made a great effort. That's 24 pass attempts by Monero for 67 yards, 2 picks. First and 10 from the Red Raider 38-yard line. Monero is going to throw it pressured. He's got some room. Finally lets it loose. Incomplete. Well short of his intended receiver.
Incomplete pass intended for number 12,
Noah Ruiz. Whenever there's a new number I didn't call yet, I got to kind of look over and make sure I got the right name. So 2nd and 10 for Kauai High School. They go triple wide to the near side. 3:37 to go here in the third quarter. Little screenplay. Oh, nicely set up. Abiganya with the ball. He's across the 40 to the 42-yard line. And I kind of thought that play would go for more yards than it did. But still positive yardage for the Red Raiders. First catch of the night for Abiganya. He's got 2 carries for -5 yards. His first catch goes for 4. So 3rd and 6 for Kauai High School. Desperately need to get the first down here, and that may have been incomplete. They're going to say that is a completion, and if it is, that's a nice catch by Jans Medeiros.
Completed to number 22, Jans Medeiros.
And that's going to be a completion right at midfield.
First down.
And that's going to be a first down for the Red Raiders. .246 to go, 1st and 10. Ball spotted right at midfield, trips far side. Monero's going to throw it, he's being pressured, and he will be sacked. 3 different Warriors there, and I kind of think the first green shirt there was number
55,
I kind of think it was number 43, Akil Billy. I'm not even going to try that last name. But yeah, that's going to be a minus 5 yards on the sack. Shotgun Monero, they're going to throw it out to one of the receivers. They tried a receiver screen, incomplete. That was intended for Mark Mejia, incomplete. You know, if the Red Raiders if the catch was made, they had that receiver screen nicely set up. So 3rd and 15 for the Red Raiders, who once again desperately need a first down to keep this drive alive. This could very well be 4th down territory. Monero, another screen. Oh, nicely set up again. Abigani with the ball, runs into his own blocker. He's at the 45, now the 44. He's going to be about 4 yards short. 11-yard completion for Monero. Abigania with now 2 catches. 15 yards, however, it's going to be 4th and about 4 yards to go.
That'll bring up 4th and 3.
We'll call it 4th and 3. And they are going to punt it. And I really believe Kauai High School should be in 4th down territory here. And this is very doable at 4th and 3. And they're going to bring in a new punter. And I don't think I got a number for 52. And that is, it's Caleb Alvarado Planes.
5-yard penalty. Nice fourth down.
And Kauai High School had 12 men on the field. But here's Alvarado Planes to kick it for Kauai High School. He was once number 58, I know that for sure. Moniz back deep at his own 8-yard line. Or excuse me, 14-yard line.
Flag on the play.
Kauai High School now with 9 penalties. And Kapaa just picked up their 11th. Encroachment against the defense. .56 seconds remaining here in the 3rd. Low snap. Alvarado Planes fields it nicely. High spiraling kick that he hooked. Takes Kapaa out bounce. It'll cross the sideline. It's somewhere about the 31-yard line. Not a very good kick for Alvarado Planes. You know, the way that ball was spiraling, it should have took a Red Raider bounce. Instead, it came backwards.
1st and 10 for the Warriors.
So Kapaa with the ball, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And here's Te'ili Fonua in at quarterback for Kapaa. You know, Kurt Napoleon has 2 touchdown passes. Fonua's got 1. Trips far side. And they're going to hand it off to Valeria, the big boy, across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Isaiah Valeria with the carry.
And I'll tell you what, that's Isaiah Valeria is about 5 pounds short of being a tank. That dude is a big kid. 5-yard pickup for Valeria. His first rush of the night. Valeria starts moving. I'm not going to get in front of him, let me tell you. Gets the ball once again. Kind of hesitates before getting into that line of scrimmage. He'll take it out to the 40-yard line. And that's going to be a pickup of about 4 yards. That'll end the third quarter of play. So we are headed towards our last quarter of play here tonight, last 10 minutes. We'll take a quick timeout. It's KIF football. Live and only on 101.3 The Beach and KauaiSports.com.
What do you get when you drop your comb on the beach? Okay, I'll get back to that. Let me introduce Dr. Sandy Combs. She knows Kauai kids are smart, loving, talented, ambitious, and creative, and wants to give them the opportunity they deserve. Sandy's a teacher at Kapaa High School. Vote Sandy to represent you on Oahu. Sandy cares about Kauai. She cares about your kids. Oh, and the answer to our riddle? Sandy Combs, of course. Vote Sandy Combs, State House, District 14.
I'm Dr. Sandy Combs, and I approve this message.
KTOH HD2, Kalaheo, K267BW, Kapaa, Kauai's official classic hits radio station. 101.3, 101.3, The Beach. KT.
Start of the fourth quarter of play here at the Brian J. Baptiste Sports Complex. KIF football season opener, and it's been all green and white since the beginning. They lead it 44-0. Fonua in at quarterback for Napoleon. They give it to Banasihan, and they're going to drop him for a loss. And they're going to say that is a... It's like a four-yard loss on the handoff to Banasihan. 4 carries, 23 yards, and a touchdown. That'll bring up fourth down. Kapaa will punt it away. Oliver into the game for Kapaa. That's Nakahiki Young at his own 30-yard line.
Punting number 11, Clifton Oliver. Back to receive, number 1, Jacob.
Kapaa. Got to get one more guy on. It's going to be Leighton Moniz. Your long snapper is Mana Kupahea. It's a great way to make a team at the next levels. Here's a kick by Oliver. Not a bad kick at all. It takes a warrior bounce as it landed at the 37. It'll roll inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line, so not a bad job by Clifton Oliver. That's the thing. If you hit that rugby-style punt just perfectly, you may not blast that thing, but it'll take a nice roll in your favor. You know, before where I used to work for another radio station or another station, I used to be the official photographer of our sports crew. Not anymore. I think Manny Henriquez has taken over that job. And I'm more than happy to give that up to Manny. He does a way better job than I do. He does a way better job than I can ever hope to do. Here's the throw by Monera. The catch is made by Nakahiki Young at the 33-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about, 4 yards on the play. And don't forget, if you want to see some of Manny's picks, go ahead and check us out on KauaiSports.com on Facebook. And I'll tell you what, it's SI quality type of pictures, and I always go ahead and check it out. 2nd and 5 for the Red Raiders. Here's Monera. Throws it again. It's almost picked off. And that was almost going the other way. So incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 for Kauai High School. And if Manny points at camera in your direction, don't run and hide, please. Stand up, show your school colors, flash a few shakas, and we're good to go. Shotgun Monera is going to throw it. He's got a man open. That catch is made by Ruiz at the Red Raider 45-yard line. That's going to be good enough for a first down. 10-yard pitch and catch. Monero's got 104 yards passing. He's got 31 attempts.
On the stop for the Warriors, number 8, Jason Hawthorne.
First catch of the night for Ruiz. Shotgun Monero, he's going to have to ice down that right shoulder. He fumbles the football, gets away from trouble, still in trouble, however, and they're going to bring him down at the 35-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 11 yards. And that's going to be a second sack of the night.
On the tackle, number 43, Akio Billy Tolena.
And that is Akio Billy Tolena with his second sack of the night. Manakupahe's got one, Teixeira's got one, and now Akio Billy has got two. Monero's going to throw it. Little screen intended for Abiganya, incomplete. And that's going to bring up third down and about 21 for Kauai High School. I'll tell you what, on the outside, it's a really comfortable and nice night for football here on the east side. You can see some stars out there and a few other things. Shotgun Monero over the middle. He's got a man open. Incomplete, intended for Jans Medeiros. And there defensively was Dylan Apilado for Kapaa. (13 of 33 for Monero. He's got 104 yards. He's also thrown a couple of picks. Fourth down for Kauai High School. They're going to Alvarado Panis is going to kick it for Kauai High School. Good snap. Here's the kick. Not very deep, but fairly high. Bounces at the 40-yard line and rolls towards the Kapaa sideline and goes out of bounds near the 37-yard line. That's where Kapaa will take over with 9:02 to go here in the fourth quarter. 44-0, green and white. However, I do get to take my share of pictures. I'll never relinquish that job. But I'm just not the official guy. Oh my goodness, I jinxed it. Did I jinx this or what? I said it's a nice night and I see some raindrops out there. You're killing me. Here's Fonua on the keeper. Looking for some room to run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. On the tackle for Kauai High School, Noah Ruiz. .36 remaining here in the fourth. Maybe I should just keep my mouth shut about the weather. I jinxed it. I look outside, it's beautiful, and all of a sudden I see rain. Never a good thing. They gave it to Valeria up the middle, the big guy. And they will hold him to no yards on that carry. Three carries, 6 yards. Avery Ramos, 5'11", 180, and a senior on the tackle for Kauai High School. Third and 9 for Kapaa. There's the throw by Fonua, knocked down by one of the Red Raiders, and that's going to be incomplete. Somebody got a big hand up there and just knocked that thing to the ground, almost like a volleyball spike.
Incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You know, despite what the stadium looks like now, we had a pretty good crowd tonight for tonight's KIF season opener.
Bunting, number 11. Clifton Oliver.
And now at the The UA has arrived. People are going to kind of start heading towards their car. So 4th and 9. Here's Clifton Oliver into punt for Kapaa. Good snap. Here's the kick high. Not a bad kick at all. It'll bounce to the Red Raider 36. Goes out of bounds to about the 34 to 33. We call it the 34-yard line. 7:24 to go here in tonight's Kapaa Kauai High School matchup. In a JV game. All Red Raiders in that one. 42-7. Raiders. Tyler Oshima, their quarterback, had a big day throwing the ball and running the ball. First and 10 for Kauai High School. They've got the ball at their own 34-yard line. Monero is going to throw it again. Over the middle, Nakahiki Young at the 44, breaks loose. He's in Kapaa territory. Another good move. He gets hit from behind and driven across the 40 to about the 38-yard line.
On the top, number 20, Braden,
28-yard pitch and catch. Nakahiki Young now with 5 catches. 5 catches for 74 yards. Monera starting to heat up here in the 4th. However, just a little bit too little, too late. Receiver in a slot on each side. They hand it off straight up the middle, and it looks like Abiganya, and he'll get a yard on the play.
Abiganya, the ball carrier.
The rain getting a little bit more intense now.
On the top, number Warriors, number 88, Braden Jensen.
And let's see, on the tackle, that was Braden Jensen. 5'11", 175, and a junior. Shotgun Monera, flick it out there. That's going to be Jans Madaris. Oh, makes a good move. Gets it to the 40. I think he fumbled the ball. It goes out of bounds. Kauai High School retains possession. That's going to be a 1-yard loss on that pass completion. So Madaris, that's his 3rd reception. And now this is getting a little bit more intense. Oops. Here's the give to Abiganya, trying to bounce outside. Turns the corner. He's going to get some yards. Picks up about 6, we'll call it about 8 yards on the play. Sorry, Chris. So nice run by Abiganya. Kauai High School making a lot of changes. Inside of 6 minutes at 5:40 remaining. Receiver in a slot to the near side. They go tight end this time. And the give is to Abiganya, and he'll lose a yard on 4th down. And Kapaa will take over on downs.
On the tackle, number 43, Akio, Billy Tolena.
And that's Tolena on the carry for Kapaa.
Timeout.
44-0 Warriors. They get the ball 1st and 10. We got a timeout called for by Kauai High School. We'll take a break as well. It's KIF football on 101.3 The Beach at KauaiSports.com.
What do you get when you drop your comb on the beach? Okay, I'll get back to that. Let me introduce Dr. Sandy Combs. She knows Kauai kids are smart, loving, talented, ambitious, and creative, and wants to give them the opportunity they deserve. Sandy's a teacher at Kapaa High School. Vote Sandy to represent you on Oahu. Sandy cares about Kauai. She cares about your kids. Oh, and the answer to our riddle? Sandy Combs, of course. Vote Sandy Combs, State House, District 14.
I'm Dr. Sandy Combs, and I approve this message.
What do you get when you drop your comb on the beach?
Here's a snap to Fonua. He hands it off to Valeria. Goes right up the middle. Runs over a couple of white shirts. Across the 40 to the 41-yard line. And that's going to be a pickup of 6 yards for Isaiah Valeria. 4 carries, 12 yards. In fact, you know, we'll give him 7 yards on that carry. Now 44, isn't that like a classic running back number? Almost like a classic fullback number. Trips to the near side. Shotgun Fonua. Kauai High School is going to cheat up to the line of scrimmage and give it to Valeria again. And Valeria being spun around and took a few elbows. He's going to get 2 yards and a carry, a full yard short of the first down. That's Posse on the stop for Kauai High School. 3rd and 1 for the Warriors. 4:12 to go here in tonight's game. They lead it 44-0. Trips to the near side for Kapaa. Kauai High School with one safety deep. High snap, and Fonua's going to keep it. Makes a good move. He's got the first down. He's at midfield. Sprints right past 2 white shirts as he crosses the 45. And they're going to mark him down at the 47-yard line. 13 yards in a run by Fonua. First down Warriors at the Kauai High School 43-yard line. Once again, Kapaa has been ground and pound mode since late in the 3rd. Fonua is going to give it to Valeria. Puts his head down and just tries to push people around. He gets it to the 40-yard line, so gain of 3 for Isaiah Valeria.
On the stop, number 50. Matthew Posse.
That's Matthew Posse on the tackle for Kauai High School. He's 5'9", 195, and a sophomore. Clock is moving. 2:52 remaining here in the game. So Kapaa will move to 1-0 in the KIF, 3-0 overall. Kauai High School falls to 0-3 overall. And 0-1 in the KIF. Here's Valeria once again. And Valeria takes it to about the 36-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 5 yards on the play. He'll be a couple of yards short of the first down.
On the stop for the Red Raiders, number 51, Andrew Little.
Just picking up some garbage yards late in this game. Now, when you're a fantasy guy and you got a running back on a good team, this is what you hope for. All these garbage yards late. Shotgun Fonua. They give it to Banasihan. Turns a corner. He's down the hash marks, and he'll get near the 10-yard line.
Number 25, Rhino Banasihan.
And I'll tell you what, he almost got that into the end zone again.
On the stop, number 23.
So it's going to be a 24-yard run as they haven't marked the ball yet, and finally they do. Right at the 10-yard line. In fact, at the 9-yard line. 25-yard run for Banasihan. Trips to the far side. Fonua has pretty much been the quarterback here in the 4th for Kapaa. Got some action in the 3rd. And Fonua is going to keep it himself up the middle. He is going to get inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Number 32, Avery Ramos.
Ramos on the tackle for Kauai High School. Number 32, Avery Ramos. And not raining hard as it once was a few minutes ago, but there's a drizzle here at the Brian J. Baptiste Sports Complex. Shotgun Fonua. And you can give it to Banasihan. And Banasihan pretty much walks into the end zone. Touchdown Warriors. His second touchdown of the night, this time a 5-yarder. He's got 6 carries, 53 yards, 2 touchdowns. That comes with 42 seconds to go. So Banasihan, I have to say a huge night, but since he's had most of his PT in the second half, a pretty good second half of play for Banasihan. Oliver in for the extra point. So we finally get that extra player in. Let's see, good snap, and it goes through the hands of Moniz. Oliver's a pretty good athlete, puts his head down and runs over a Red Raider, but the extra point is no good. And so it's 50-0 with 42 seconds to go. We'll just keep it right here at the Brian J. Baptiste Sports Complex. Good time for me to remind you that don't forget next week we've got the Kapaa Waimea. All of it live on Facebook Live, KauaiSports.com on the radio at 101.3 The Beach. Also, be on the lookout for our in-week reports. We had Kapaa football last week and Kapaa volleyball. We had Kapaa volleyball a few weeks ago. And then during this, oh, sorry. No, that was Red Raider volleyball. Kapaa volleyball a couple of weeks ago, and we had Kauai High School volleyball this week. I'm going to kind of embarrass Coach Matias a little. You know what she asked me before we started? Do I need to put on makeup? I said, no, you're a coach. You're a coach. You're good to go, just like that. I told her, I'm the one that need the makeup. Next week we'll do Waimea football. And we'll get a Waimea volleyball thing down as well. And they're also going to stop at that ice cream place. There's the kick taken right at the goal line by Nakaiki Young. It'll be a touchback. And Kauai School with the ball, 1st and 10. We are going to stop at that ice cream place. And we'll throw in some Island School action too next week or soon. Okay, we go Island School. We definitely got to go fishing in the pond. We'll go to Waimea. We got to stop at that ice cream place. The only thing about that place is the lady's a Seahawk fan. Ugh. Kind of gives me the willies. It's the one thing about that ice cream. It's a great place. The ice cream is incredible. But she's a Seahawk fan. Eek. There's Monera. Nice crossing pattern. Incomplete. See, that's the bad side of Joel right there.
Incomplete pass intended for number 9, Jacob.
So that was incomplete, intended for. That was intended for number 9, Jacob Lombardo. You know, he was open. That ball just thrown behind him. Monero is going to throw it again. This time the catch is made by Mejia. And he runs over a Warrior to be a 7-yard pitch and catch. That's his first catch of the night.
On the top of the Warriors, number 32, Seth Wopinga. That'll bring up 3rd down.
37 attempts, a $138 for Monera. Like I said, he's been able to hook up here in the fourth quarter, but just a little too late. Monera's going to keep it. Trying to get away from traffic, fakes it. Oh, and he gets a block from Abigania. That could very well be a block in the back. And Monera's going to take it out to the 45-yard line.
That's your bridle.
And that's going to be the final play of the game. Kind of ends a little harmless here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please go cool by helping to keep the stadium clean. Pick up the trash around you. Drive safely.
So that's your final score, 50-0. Kapaa over Kauai High School here in the KIF season opener. And what an adventure having a game out here in Kapaa. Let me tell you, we're not the only ones that got to go through all kinds of stuff. Kapaa AD, Greg Gonzalez, did a great job getting everybody set up. The concession people, good job there. And also our guy Christian battling the rain out there. Good mahalo out to him. Let me tell you, kind of, and I blame me for that because I said, what a beautiful night, then it starts raining. So that one he can tag on me. But a lot of people to go ahead and thank for this one. Our social media support, Renee Kawakami, taking care of that for us. Also our producer director, Chris Jensen. Not to be mixed up with the Chris Jensen on 2.5 Men that I found out. There's a guy by the same name that does that show. But also to Syngenta and DuPont Pioneer for getting our broadcast going. Also for Jay back at the station, back at HOI Media, 101.3 The Beach. Big mahalo going out to him as well. So great effort by everybody to get this game done here at Kapaa, which is always an effort. And if you're still in the mood heading towards the Lihue area, don't forget to stop in at the fair. Get me some malasadas. So say wrap this up, and don't forget next week Kapaa Waimea right here on 101.3 The Beach and KauaiSports.com. I'm Manahola Joel Pahukula. Have a great weekend and drive safely, everybody. Aloha.